ጤና ይስጥልን ተመልካቾቼ፣ አሁን የምሰራላችሁ የኮምፒውተር ፕሮግራሚንግ ላንጉጅ C++ 7 ጥያቄዎች ምርጫ ነው የምሰራላችሁ። ሰከንድ ይር ለሆናችሁ ተማሪዎች በጣም ያስፈልጋችኋል። ይህን በደንብ ከሰራችሁ ትደፍናላችሁ ፈተናውን ብዬ ገምታለሁ። በጽሞና ተከታተሉኝ። question number 1, what will the expression 10/3 returns in C, both integers? A 3.33, B 3, C 0, D error. 10 divided by 3 is 3.33 something. This the integers output returns is integers. The 3.33 is discarded. The integer division is discarded from the fractional part. So the result is 3. The answer is B. Question number 2. Which operator is used to get the address of a variable? A star, B and C modulo operator, D at. The answer is B and. These operators, the end operators, are returns the memory address of a variable. Question number 3. What will be the output of the following C++ code snippet? For int I is equals to 0 initially, I less than 5, I plus plus. If I equals continue. This equation, see out I. This equation is the break continue equation. Continue is for the only 3 is ignores 0 up to 4 not included 5. This is plus plus. 0, 1, 2, 3 is ignores because it is continue, and 4. The answer is C, 0, 1, 2 and 4, because the for loop iterates from I0 to I4. When I is equal to 3, the continue statement is executed. This statement skips the rest of the current iteration, the cout statement, and proceeds to the next iteration of the loop. Therefore 3 is not printed. Question number 4. What will be the output of the following C++ code snippets? Int A is 5, int B equals to 2, float result. The floating point numbers is it is digits or points after the decimal. Float A over B, result is 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. 2.5, because it is a float, directly the output is 2.5, the answer. And this float is int. 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. The answer will be 0.5 is discarded, 2 is the answer. And float or double, the answer must be C. Without the floating cast division A over B, we would integer division resulting in 2. However, casting to float before division forces floating point division, so 5 divided by 2 results in 2.5. Question number 5. What type of errors occurs if you try to divide an integer by 0 in C++? What type of error occurs? Divided by an integer divided by 0 is A. Syntax error, B. Logical error, C. Running time error, D. Compilation error. The answer is C. Running time error. Running time error is dividing an integer by 0 is undefined mathematical operations any undefined mathematical operations cannot be detected by the compiler, or syntax or compilation errors. The syntax error is compilation errors occurs during the execution of program, leading to a running error, which often results in the program crash. Question number 6. What is the output of the following C++ code snippets? Boolean flag equals to false. If flag, cout is true, else cout is false. This question is the first bool is false. It is if flag is cout is true, else cout is false. The answer is false because the Boolean variable flag is initialized to false. For if condition checks if flag is true, since it is false. This check it is true, false, true. Yes, the else block is executed, which prints the Boolean false prints. Question number 7. What is the purpose of line devil pi equals 3.14? A. To include the IOStream library. B. To define the main function. C. To declare and initialize a variable to store the value of pi. D. To take input for the diameter. The answer is C. To declare and initialize a variable to store the value of pi. ፓይ ውስጥ ሂዶ ስቶር ያደርጋል ማለት ነው። ዲክለር ያደርግናል። ቀጥለን ኢኒሻላይዝ ዘ ቫሪያብል ቱ ስቶር ፓይ የሚባል ቫሪያብል ያዘጋጅልናል ስቶር ለማድረግ ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ ደብል የሚለው ደብል ኢዝ ኤ ዳታ ታይፕ ፎር ፍሎቲንግ ፖይንት ነምበርስ ነው with double precision because it is 3.14. This line declares a variable named pi and initialize it with the value 3.14, which is used in the area calculation is used. Question number 8. What data type is most appropriate for storing the area of a circle in this program? A. Int, B. char, C. double, D. Boolean. Int is integer. There is no pointing numbers or floating or double. Char is a character. C is double. This is Boolean, true or false, 1 and 0. The answer is the most appropriate area of the circle. Pi r square is point numbers. It is double is the answer because the area of the circle be non-integer value. It can have a fractional part because pi is a decimal number and radius can be also be a decimal. Therefore, double data type, which is used for storing floating point numbers, which higher precision is the most appropriate choice to accurately represent the area. Question number 9. Set of programs that control the overall activities of a computer is A. Translator, B. Operating system, C. Central processing unit, D. Programming language. The answer is operating system because an operating system is a system software that manages computer hardware and software resources and provides common service for computer programs. It controls overall activity of computer system, including managing memory, processors, and peripherals. Translator is compilers and interpreters convert code from one language to another. The central processing unit CPU is hardware component that executes instructions. A programming language is a set of rules and vocabularies for writing instructions for a computer. Question number 10. Group of 8 bits organized together to represent the data is called A. Key, B. byte, C. byte, D. nibble. The answer is C. byte. A group of 8 bits is 1 byte. A byte is a unit of digital information that typically consists of 8 bits. It is a fundamental unit for representing characteristics, numbers, and other data in computers. A bit is a single binary digit 0 or 1. A nibble is a group of 4 bits. A key has a different meaning in computer science, often related to data access or cryptography. Question number 11. Which of the following is not a primary function of an operating system? A. Managing hardware resource, CPU, memory, peripherals. B. Providing a user interface. C. Running an application software. D. Designing computer hardware. It is not the primary function of operating system is designing computer hardware. The answer is D. Operating system manage the existing computer hardware, manage design and manufacturing hardware are separate process typically done by hardware companies. Which function, question number 12, which function of operating system allows multiple applications to run seemingly simultaneously? A. File management. B. Memory management. C. Multitasking. D. Device management. The answer is multiple operating system allows multiple application is multitasking. The answer is C. Multitasking. Multitasking is operating system that execute more than one task concurrently by rapidly switching between them. Question number 13. 32 bits is equivalent to how many nibbles? And 4 bits is 1 nibbles. 32 divided by 4 is 8 nibbles is the answer. 32 divided by 4 is 8 nibbles. C is the answer. Question number 14. Which of the following can function as both an input and an output device? Both input and output device. Printer, speaker, touch screen, microphone. The answer is touch screen is both the input and output commands that by touching screens and displays the output to the users is. Question number 15. Which of the following is primarily an output device? Keyboard, mouse, monitor, scanner. The output device is monitor. The other keyboard, mouse, and scanner is the input device. Question number 16. What is the hexadecimal equivalent of decimal number 428? These hexadecimal numbers by 428 divided by 16 for remainder using divide 428 by 16 is 26, with remainder is 12. 12 is C because it is hexadecimal. A 10, B 11, C 12, D 13, E 14, F 15. The remainder is 12 is C, and also 26 divided by 16 is 1, with remainder is 10. Remainder is 10. And ደርስና 10 ቀሪ 10 is for A. This is A. From right to left written from the answer hexadecimal. Finally 1 is not divided by 16 as it is 1 is as it is, right? 1AC 16 is, this is hexadecimal 428. The answer is A1AC. Question number 17. What is the binary equivalent of the integer part of decimal number 86.75? what is the equivalent integer part? The integer part is only 86. How is the binary transform from decimal to binary? 0 and 1. 86 divided by 243, remainder is 0. Write 0 first, from right to left. 43 divided by 2, 21. Remaining is 1 because it is 42. 1 is right. 21 divided by 2, 10. The remainder is 1. 10 divided by 2, 5. Remainder is 0. 5 divided by 2, 2. Remainder is 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Remainder is 0. 1 divided by 2 equals to 0. Remainder is 1. The answer is 1 is not divide as it is 1. From the remainder is bottom to top, right, or left, right to left. This is the answer is A. This is the binary form of this decimal 86. Question number 18. What does the following code do? Int a is equals to 5. Print f. This print f is the C language. A++. This is the increment as the post increment. Plus A is the pre-increment. A++ is post increment. This A is 5. Prints 5, then increments A. B prints 6. C prints 5, decrements A. Error. The answer is A prints 5, then increments A. This is the post increment. Post increment is the answer. Question number 19. Which of the following is used to terminate a statement of C? terminate ሲያረግ ሲያል በምን ነው የሚዘጋ የሚለው ነው። በዶት ኤ ዶት ቢ ኮማ ሲ ኮለን ዲ ሴሚኮለን። The answer is semicolon. In C, every statement must end with a semicolon. Question number 20. Which of the following is not a valid C data type? A int, B real, C float, D char. The not valid is real is the answer, because integer, floating point numbers, characters, doubles, this is the valid data types. Real is not the valid data types. Question number 21. What is the value of size of char on most systems? 1 byte, 2 byte, 4 byte, 8 byte. In character, 1 byte is the answer is A. A character typically occupies 1 byte of memory. 1 byte of memory. Question number 22. Which of the following is a ternary operator in C? A, question. B, increment. C, and. D, this equivalent. The ternary operator is A is the answer. The ternary operator is the condition and true result colon false result. These types of conditions are return one of the two values. ከሁለቱ አንዱን ሲመርጥ በእንደዚህ አይነት true or false የሚለውን ለመምረጥ by ternary operators A. Question 23. Which library function is used to dynamically allocate memory in C? A, alloc, B, malloc, C, memory, D, assign. Answer is B, malloc. Malloc is dynamically allocation or to allocate a specified numbers of bytes at runtime. 24. What will be printf? This modulo d5 equals 5 output. This 5 equals 5 is, the answer is 1, because in C, true is represented as 1. This 5 equals 5 is true. True is equal to 1 represent in binary digits, not logically true. So the expression 5 equals 5 evaluates to true. This is the answer. Question 25. Which of the following is a valid switch statement syntax in C? Switch X, this, switch X, this bracket, switch X colon, switch to X. The answer is switch X, and this is the answer, because in switch parentheses, conditions and curly braces for a case of blocks. 26. Which keyword is used to prevent modification of a variable? A static, B final, C const, D define. The answer is the keyword used to prevent modification is const. Const makes a variable constant. Its value cannot be changed after initialization. Question 27. Which of the following is correct syntax to print a message in C? A, echo hello, B, print hello, C, print F hello, D, cout hello. The answer is, in C syntax, the print message is, the correct syntax C, print F hello is, the answer is C. Question 28. Which header file is required to use printf in C? This file is studio. C is the answer. Studio.h is included declaration for the input-output functions like printf. Studio H is the same. Question 29. Which of the following is a valid variable name in the is C? Int to value my var return. The answer is C, my var. My var is a valid name. Others are either reserved words or start with a digit. Question 13. Which operator is used for assignment in C? A, this, B, C, and D. The answer is C is the assignment operators. This is the assignment of assigned values, whereas two equal size is the compare values. The answer assignment values is C is the answer. Question 31. What will be the result of 5 modulo 2 in C? 5 modulo 2 in C means 5 divided by 2, the remainder is the answer. Gives the remainder, so 5 divided by 2, remainder is 1. The answer is 1. C is the answer. Question 32. What is the output of printf 3 plus 4 times 2? In this case, the multiplication is firstly manipulated than the addition. This is the rules and regulations. Multiplication happens before addition. First, addition is first. 3 plus 4, 7. 7 times 2, 14. This is not false, because the multiplication is first. 4 times 2, 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. The answer is the multiplication part is firstly manipulate. The answer is B. 11 is the answer. Question 33. Which data type is most suitable for storing a character in C? A, int, B, float, C, char, D, string. The answer is The most suitable data type storing character is char is the answer. C is the answer. Char stores a single character. Question number 14. Which of the following is used to start a multi-line comments? Comments are single line and multi-line comments. The answer is single line comment is C. From starting. From start. Starting is this. Ending with this. Multiple line comment C is this slash star and index star slash. Question 35. Which control structure is used for decision making in C? For, while, if, do while. The answer is if. If is the decision making in C of control structures. Question 36. What is the output of printf size of integer? Size of integer. The answer is B. 4 byte is the size of the integer. Size of char is, the last question, char is 1 byte and size of int is 4 byte. On most systems, this 4 bytes is the answer is B. Question 37. What is the purpose of main function in C? A. It initializes memory. B. It executes first. C. It defines global variables. D. It ends the program. The answer is the main methods or functions is it executes first. B is the answer. The main function entry point of any C program. 38. Which format specifier is used for char in printf? This is modulo D, modulo C, modulo S, modulo F. Modulo C is the print for char. Character modulo is modulo C. This is prints a single character. Question 39. Which statement correctly accesses the 4 elements of an array R? R3, array 4, array 4, array dot 4. This is an array. The fourth element is starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It is 3. Array in square brackets 3 is the answer. Array are 0 indexed in C. The fourth element is an index 3. 4. What will be the output of the following code? Int A is 10, printf plus plus A. This is plus plus is pre-increment. A is 10, pre-increment of A is 11, 1 increase. 10 plus 1 is 11. The answer is 11. This plus plus increments the value of A before it printed so that the result is 11. For A plus plus means it is not post increment. The answer is A. Plus plus A is pre-increment. First increment is before increment. 11 is the answer is B. Question number 41. Which loops is best suited when the number of iteration is known? While, do while, for, go to. The answer is for loop. For loop is the best loop best suited for number of iterations is used. Question number 42. Which of the following is used to comment single line? Single line comment is B is the answer. Single line comment. This is the comment for the index, the comment from the index and starts and index. Double line comment. This is a single line comment. The answer is B. Question 43. Which of the following is a high-level programming language? Assembly, machine code, C++, binary. Assembly, machine code, and binary Binary is not language. It is machine code and assembly is low level. C++ is high level language. Java, Python is high level language. Write the instruction using human readable syntax, unlike machine code or assembly. 44. Which operator is used for logical AND in C? Logical AND is this. B is the answer. Logical AND. This is logical OR. Logical AND. This type of AND is a bitwise AND. Bitwise AND. This is bitwise OR. Logical AND, logical OR, bitwise OR. This is logical AND, bitwise AND, bit by bit. Question 45. Which of the following is a valid variable name in C? To variable name dash variable int. The answer is dash variable is, this is the true, the value of the variable name. Variable name cannot start with digits or use reserved keywords like this. 46. Which of the following is a relational operator in C? This is and, equal, and modulo. This is relational operators is this. This is the assignment operator. This is relational comparison operator. The answer is C. Checks the quality relations of comparison operators. Question 47. What is the size of the int data type on most 32-bit systems? A 2 bytes, B 4 bytes, C 8 bytes, D 1 byte. The answer is 32 bits systems that int data in a byte is divided by 1 divided by 8 is 4 bytes, because 1 byte equals to 8 bits. Because 32 divided by 8 is 4 bytes. On a typical 32-bit system, an int occupies 4 bytes. What is the result of the expression 4 modulo 3? This is 4 divided by 3. The answer is the remainder. Modulo is remainder is the answer. 4 divided by 3 is 1. The remainder is 1. 1 is the answer. This is modulo operator gives the remainder. 49. Which of the following is a loop control statements? A return, B break, C continue, D pause, B end C. The answer is loop control statements are break and continue. Is the answer is D pause, B end C. Break exists the loop and continue skips to the next iteration. Both are control statements. Question 50. Which of the following is the correct way to declare an array of 10 integers? Declare for int arrays of. The answer is C. Int array 10 semicolon. This is the answer. 51. What is a pointer in C? A keyword, B variable that stores memory address, C a memory block, D a compile directive. The answer is B, a variable that stores memory address. Pointer is used. Pointer is that holds address of another variable. Question number 52. Which symbol is used to declare pointer? The pointer symbol is the asterisk symbol. B is the answer. Question number 53. What does the following code print? A, int A is equals to 5, int pointer P is equals to end A. This prints pointer B is 5, memory address errors 0. This pointer for A is 5. The answer is the memory location at P is 5. 5 is the answer. P access the value stored at the memory location pointed by P, which is 5. Which keyword is used to return a value from a function is return. Return is a keyword. Is used to send value back to the calling functions. 55. Which of the following is a valid if statement in C? A, if A greater than B, then if A greater than B, if A greater than B colon, if A greater than B. The answer is B. B is a valid if statement in C. 56. What does the /n character represent in C is null character, new line, space, tab. This is new line. New line is the answer. This escape character for a new line in C. 57. What is the purpose of the size of operator? A, returns the size of memory. B, returns the length of an array. B, returns the size of a variable or data type. D, returns the size of a variable. The answer is B, returns the size of a variable or data type. This is size of. This is a compile time operators. Determines the amount of memory in bytes allocated to a variable or data type. Question 58. Which of those is a user-defined data type in C? A, int. B, float. C, struct. D, char. Struct is used to create user-defined data types that group variables of different types. Question 59. Which function is used to write formatted output in C? Scanf, gets, printf, puts. The answer is printf is printed formatted output to the standard output. Question 60. What is the output of this code? Int x equals to 10, x plus is equals to 5, printf x. In this always appears these questions in exam. X plus is equals to 5 means x is equals to x plus 5. X equals x plus 5. This is. And which is 5, 10, 15, 20. This is x is 10, x is 10, x is 10 plus 5 is 15, becomes x is 15. X is both sides, one memory allocation, the other is used in int x, 10 is added from 5. This is ሁልጊዜ የሚመጣ ጥያቄ ነው። ይችን በደንብ ስሯት። Question 61. The variant of if statement that allows us to select and execute certain statements when more than two alternative conditions are there is A, simple if statement, B, if statement, C, if else if statement, D, nested if statement. If statement is divided into 4: simple if else, nested if. The if else if statement is the answer because the simple if statement handles single condition. The if else statement handles two alternative conditions. One if the condition is true, one is the other is false. The if else if statement is checking multiple conditions sequentially. If one of the if or else if condition is true, the corresponding block of codes is executed and the rest of else is the ladder or skipped. It is used to handle more than two alternatives. This is more than two alternatives are the answer is C. If else if statement is the answer. A nested if statement is involves placing one if statement inside another, which can handle multiple conditions, but it is not most direct way to handle multiple alternatives. Question 62. Consider the following section of C++ program. Int n is 5, int I is equals to 9, I minus equals n decrement, post decrement. What are the values of I and n? This question always appears in the exams in C++ or programming language. From initially n is 5, I is 9 initially, and the statement I minus means I equals to I minus n minus minus. The last question, the same question, broken down as follows: n minus minus, this is the post decrement operations, the current value of n, which is 5, used expression, and then n is decremented by 1, and n becomes 4. N is 5 and decremented by 1, n is 4 after a part. I minus equals to 5 means I is equals to I minus 5. I was 9 minus 5 is 4. I is currently 4. I and n. This is n is 4, I is 4. The answer is B. B is the answer. Therefore, after the statement executes, I is 4, n is 4. This statement is, this question is a very nice question. 63. Dash is C++ statement available in IOStream library file used to display message on the screen. A int main, C in, C out, include IOStream. Answer is C out, because C++ available IOStream library file used to display message on the screen means the output. Int main in C++, int main means the starting point of the execution of a C++ program. Cin means the C statement is used to read the input from the standard input stream, usually in the keyboard. Cin የምናስገባው በእጃችን ጽፈን ነው cin. cout statement is used to write the output of the standard output or the display, the screen or the console, መልስ የምናገኝበት ማለት ነው. And include IOStream is the preprocessed directive that includes the IOStream library that contains declaration for the input-output streams like cin and cout. The answer is the output is cout is the answer. Question 64. Consider a decision start-stop diagram for a C++ program that checks if a variable x is greater than 10. Which of the following correctly represents the decision point? A rectangular containing output x is greater than 10. B a diamond containing x greater than 10. C a circle labeled start decision. D a parallelogram containing input x. The answer is B, a diamond containing x greater than 10, because the decisions from checks from true or false or greater than or less than, the diamond is the diamond symbol will be draw x greater than 0. The diamond x greater than conditions will be checked, either true or false. Question 65. Which of the following loop statements execute at least one statement before checking the loop condition? Before checking the loop condition, execute at least one statement before is the while loop, do while loop, for loop, all. The answer is do while loop. The loops are: while loop checks the condition before executing the loop body. If the condition is initially false, the loop body may not execute at all. Do while loop executes the loop body at least once before checking the conditions, like this. This loop continues to execute as long as the condition is true. For loop typically checks the condition before each iteration. After initialization in the first iteration, if the condition is initially false, the loop body may not execute. Therefore, The do-while loop is the only loop statement that guarantees at least one execution of this body before the condition is evaluated. This is the answer is do-while loop is at least one statement executes before checking. Question 66. In C++ programming language, the execution of program always begins at the include IOStream, B using namespace std, C int main, C out statement. The answer is int main is the programming of C++ execution programs always begins int main. The main function is entry point of every C++ program. Program execution starts from the first statement inside the main functions. Question 67. Which of the following is not an iterative statement loop? A for, B switch, C while, D do while. The answer is alternative loop statements are divided into for loop, while loop, do while loop, and so on. Not loop is the switch statement is not a loop. Iterative statement loop for, while, and do while used repeatedly executed a block of codes until a certain condition is met. The switch statement, on the other hand, is the selection statement used to execute different blocks of code based on the value of an expression. This selection statement is switch. Question 68. What will be the output of the following C++ code snippets? Int x equals to 5, int y is equals to 10, x equals to y post increment y plus plus. Cout is x value, y is y int. The answer y, x, and y, the value is what? Int x is equals to y, means this is y 10, the x is 10. Y is y plus plus increment, the post increment, this y is 11. The answer is C, 10 and 11. Y plus plus is a post increment operator. This means that the current value of y, which is 10, is first assigned to x, and then y is incremented by 1, So x becomes 10 and y becomes 11. 11 plus 1, 11. Y is assigned by x, 10 assigned first. The answer is C. Question 69. In a decision start-stop diagram representing a C++ program, what symbol typically indicates the beginning or end of decision structure, like an if or if-else statement? Is A rectangle, B diamond, C circle or oval, D parallelogram? The answer is diamond, because this is the decision, if and if-else statement. If true or false, this is the diamond structures. In a standard flowchart conventions, which decision start-stop diagrams often follow? A diamond shape is universally used to represent a decision point. This symbol signifies a condition that needs to be evaluated, leading to different paths based on whether the condition is true or false. Rectangles typically represent processes or actions. Circles are used to indicate a start or end of the entire program. Parallelograms often represent the input or output operations, the same to that of the circles. And the last question number 17. In a decision start-stop diagram for a C++ program involving an if-else statement, how many exit paths would typically originate from the decision symbol? The decision symbol, how many lines or exit paths? The paths will be two paths, because one path will be true, the other is false. Because the decision start-stop diagram representing this, there will be two exit paths originated from the decision diamond, one for the true outcomes and one for the false outcomes. Thank you. Please subscribe, share and like.